range are the exact values of y gotten after assigning each input into the function. So this range can be gotten algebraically as we did for the domain. But there are 5 steps that have to be followed if you want to find the range of any function. And here are they. The first one is that you have to identify the function as y is equal to f of x. Express x as a function of y. Find all values of y where f of y is defined. Then you have to eliminate or you have to remove the values of y that will make the function undefined, because we want our function to be defined. Then you have to write the range, be it interval or you write it as a set notation. Now, for example, we will find the range of f of x is equal to x squared plus 2. So the first step is identify it as y is equal to f of x. So instead of f of x, you have to put y there. So y is equal to x squared plus 2. The second step is that express x as a function of y, that is, make x the subject of the formula, and then you do that by y minus 2, take plus 2 out, minus 2 is equal to x squared, and x squared is equal to y minus 2. Now, take the square root of both sides, so we have x is equal to square root of y minus 2. And when we did for domain, say that anywhere you see square root of any expression, that expression must be greater than or equal to 0. That means it cannot be negative. Expression inside the square root must not be equal to negative. If it is negative, it will give you undefined function. So it could be 0 or any number greater than 0, 0 and those numbers that are greater than 0. So here we can now say that our y minus 2 must be greater than or equal to 0. That means y must be greater than or equal to 2. Range of f of x will be y such that y is element or y is greater than or equal to 2. So y is greater than or equal to 2. Or you say that range of f of x equal to 2, infinity. That is, it cannot go beyond this boundary. So it cannot go beyond this boundary. Starting from, that's because we put greater than or equal to, starting from 2 upward. So that is how to find the range. Another example, also we have f of x is equal to square root of x squared plus 4. Find the range. So let's go by the steps. The first thing is that we have to make this f of x to be equal to y is equal to square root of x squared plus 4. So square both sides. Square both sides. We have y squared is equal to x squared plus 4. So we need to make x the subject of the formula. So we have y squared minus 4 is equal to x squared. Now take square root of both sides. We have x squared is equal to square root of y squared minus 4. So for this to be equal, no, this one has remained x. So for this expression to be valid or to be defined, that means y squared minus 4 must be greater than or equal to 0. So y minus 2, this is the difference of two squares, then multiply by y plus 2 must be greater than or equal to 0. So we can represent it on a number line. So this one will give us y is equal to 2, and this one will give us y is equal to, is greater than or equal to minus 2. Positive infinity, negative infinity. infinity. So let's see those numbers we can plug in that will make our function to be valid. Let's take any number in between -2 and minus negative infinity. So let's take -5. So let's plug in -5 inside this expression. So we have -5 minus 2 multiplied by -5 plus 2, and it must be greater than or equal to 0. So this one gives -7 multiplied by -3 is equal to +21. So anything in between -2 and -infinity will give me positive answer. So in between -2 and 2, let me take 1. So when x is equal to 1 here, when x is equal to -5. So here, so I'm dealing with y. So this one will be 1 minus 2 multiplied by 1 plus 2 must be greater than or equal to 0. So I have -1, then multiplied by 3 must be greater than or equal to 0. So I have -3, which is not greater than or equal to 0. So this is negative. So in between 2 and positive infinity, let's take 3. So I have when y is equal to 3. So I have 3 minus 2 multiplied by 3 plus 2 must be greater than or equal to 0. This one gives 1 multiplied by 5 must be greater than or equal to 0. So 5 is greater than or equal to 0. So that means I can only take those numbers starting from this side, then here also to this side. I cannot take anything in between -2 and 2. Because y is equal to -infinity, then -2, then you close brackets, then starting from 2, then negative. But in the fourth step, say that we should remove values of y that will make the function undefined. So let's go back to the function here, the expression here from f of x is equal to square root of x squared plus 2. We know that this square root cannot give us negative answer, because we can, if we have square root of any negative answer, it will be on in imaginary number. It cannot give us another negative answer. So that means this cannot produce negative. So I have to remove those ones that are negative. I have to cancel them out. So I can only say that my range of this function can be 2, plus infinity. So that's how to find the range of this function. 3. F of x is equal to 1 divided by square root of 25 minus x squared. Find the range. Solution. The first step is that we have to express this as y, that is f of x equal to y. So y is equal to 1 divided by square root of 25 minus x squared. So here, square both sides. Square both sides. If we square both sides, we are going to have y squared is equal to 1 over 25 minus x squared. Then you have to cross multiply. So cross multiplying gives y multiplied by y squared multiplied by 25 minus x squared is equal to 1. So I have 25 y squared minus x squared y squared is equal to 1. So I have minus 25y squared minus 1 is equal to x squared minus y squared. So because I want to make x the subject of the formula, so x squared will be equal to 25y squared divided by y squared. Y squared is equal to 25y squared minus 1 divided by y squared. So here, this is rational. That means my y must be greater than 0. After I've gotten it to this level, I have to go back to the function and look at it very well and understand it. Me looking at this function, it means that I cannot have negative answer. So my y cannot be equal to 0 and it cannot be negative answer. So that means I can only have those numbers that are greater than 0. Greater than 0. So my range of this function will be y such that y is greater than 0. So you can see the range of function is equal to open bracket 0, infinity. This open bracket means that this 0 is not included. So we are starting from 0.1, 0.5, 0 and so on to get to positive infinity. So that is how to find the range of any function. So if you want me to solve more examples, please drop it in the comment section for me. Till I see you in the next class. Thank you and God bless you. Bye bye.